Hello, family. Welcome. This is Dr. Kia Pruitt. Welcome to the Dr. Kia Pruitt Show. We have a very special guest for you tonight. But before we get started, get your pens, get your pad, grab something to drink, and come on to the table. We're going to have a tribal powwow. Here we
shining wisdom's light,
teaching
family. Soul tribe how to see through the night. Ancient scriptures and bloodlines she knows, spreading truth wherever she goes. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. Through her channel, knowledge flows, breaking chains that hold us close, teaching paths to abundance and wealth, guiding others to free themselves. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. From currencies to investments divine, she's helping her tribe to realign with wisdom, ancient and new, showing what we all can do. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia lights the way to a new and brighter day.
All right. Welcome, Soul Tribe. Welcome to the Tribal Powwow. I'm so happy to see everybody here today. So much is going on, family. So we knew it was very important for us to have a very special guest here, none other than our chief, one of our tribal chiefs, Chief Pontiac, also known as Chief Rod Hayes, to come and tell us about the current events and how we can prepare, and also just let us know what to do in terms of getting our tribes in order, our houses in order. How should we conduct ourselves? You know, because sometimes you will be given information, but you don't know how to prepare. There's a lot going on. Keep checking in as you come in the room. Say hello to the tribe family. Everybody is welcome here. All are welcome. Okay, but let's get some things out the way. Today is, what is this, Tuesday? Today is Tuesday, December the 2nd, 2025, 8:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is my grandfather Tracy Pruitt's birthday, his heavenly birthday. So I just want to say an ashe to him and a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night to you all. I'm so happy to see you here because so much is going on. Now, I reported earlier today that there was a world leader, a leader or president from Colombia who told the entire world at the United Nations that only the Black people are the indigenous people of the Americas. And it seems so unrelated, as if he was trying to make an announcement to the world. Now, we're going to ask Chief Rod Hayes, what was that about? Because it was unrelated, at least it seemed like it was unrelated to what was going on at that meeting at the UN. And meanwhile, there's a lot going on in the world with country after country saying that they don't want to deal with the United States dollar. They're tired of dealing with the United States Incorporated, dealing with or mingling with their affairs. Many judges here on the land in America are being arrested. And as Chief Rod and I were just discussing off stage, a lot of people don't even know about these arrests. Okay, so these are some of the things that you need to know about, because people are saying nothing's happening. Nobody's being arrested. Even though we've shown you time and time again that resignation.info actually shows you judges being arrested, bankers being arrested, CEOs of corporations being arrested, prime ministers being arrested, so many people being arrested. And most recently, 5 federal judges were arrested in New York City. On top of that, on Thanksgiving Day, we had a shooter to unalive or get rid of 2 National Guards. Now, that is an act of war anytime you strike our military right there in Washington at the White House. And that led to a shutdown at the White House, a lockdown at the White House. Was it staged? I'm not sure. We do know that the person who conducted this he is in custody, and he happens to be from Afghanistan. And Chief Rod actually told me that he was a CIA asset, because I was wondering, who is this gentleman? Where did he come from? How did you get access to the White House and be able to take out 2 people? So this some of the things that's going on, family. Keep checking in. Get ready, because we're going to have a very, very important, very, very serious powwow on this evening. Having said that, let's welcome our Chief Rod Hayes. Chief Pontiac's in the house. Welcome, Chief. We love you so very much. So
thank you for having me, Dr. Kia.
You've been on podcast after podcast telling the people about what's going on. I can't even imagine, how tired you must be. I mean, because you've been on women's podcasts, men podcasts, people from all over the world speaking about what's going on. So welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you here as always. You're very, very special to us here. So what do you say? What's going on, Chief?
So, the White House caught on fire last week?
No, I did not know.
The White House caught on fire right after the shooting.
Oh, nope. I didn't know that.
Those are signals. The guy that did that, that shot the 2 National Guards, was CIA sleeper cell asset that was supposed to activate in Afghanistan. But for some reason, somebody with some rank in the Central Intelligence decided to bring a bunch of them over here. Now, they arrested another one that actually came over on the same plane with him they caught him before he activated.
Okay.
Right? They knew he was about to activate off the last guy. They didn't catch the guy from earlier, I think it was yesterday or today, that shot up the children. They're trying to label it gang violence in California. Not gang violence, sleeper cells. They keep attacking the children because they're trying to tell us to take our children out of the miseducation system.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why they're attacking the children. It's trying to make the news, make the people so repulsed by the Department of Education. That's why first thing Trump did when he got back in this time, one of the first things was to dismantle the federal Department of Education. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The reason he did that is because he wanted to take they had a slush fund, and they're using the money out of the slush fund to get children psychiatric treatment.
Oh my God.
When they go in for psychiatric treatment, they're going to give them Ritalin, they're going to give them Prozac or Adderall.
Okay.
But they're also going to go through a process called therapy, where they use what's called neuro-linguistic program to program the sleeper assassin. No, it's easier to do it with children than adults.
Okay.
So this is why you got teenagers is the primary cause of all of the incidents at the schools.
Mm.
Right? Now, all of them, I haven't found one yet that I've researched that wasn't on one of those prescription medications that they use. Now, when you go back to the MK Ultra files, Ritalin, Prozac, and Adderall were all used in the testing of MK Ultra mind control programming. You know, as well as other things too. They did alcohol. The one chemical they said does the opposite is marijuana.
Mm.
They say that the THC in marijuana makes a person uncontrollable for the purposes of espionage and infiltration and programmed assassins, because it makes them start thinking outside the box.
Mm.
And then they can spot the thing that they don't agree with that they've been programmed to do.
Mm.
A lot of this stuff that we're seeing is the deep state don't want to go.
Okay.
We don't care that they don't want to go. They're getting the F out of here.
Mm.
Right? So they put up resistance. Right?
Yes.
Now, they got us on standby for Northeast deep freeze.
Mm.
Right? That's what they're telling us is coming in December for the Northeast, is a deep freeze. That's not natural.
Mm.
Not to the level that they're claiming that it's going to be.
Okay.
We've been here the whole time, and we know how cold it get in December. We know that we don't normally see below zero temperatures to going into January.
Mm.
So we know that that's not normal. But we have other stuff going on too. We got ships that didn't land it, right? And we have ships that's hovering above the planet right outside of the atmosphere. You can't see them because the ozone layer cloaks them.
Oh.
So you got all this stuff going on. I don't even like talking about no extraterrestrial stuff because we got enough Earth problems that we don't want to deal with. We don't want to address the Earth problems, and we're worried about the ships.
Yes.
Well, we ain't got to worry about them no more. Whenever they want to show up, they here in mass. It's like fleets of them came, and it's still a whole parking lot on the far side of the sun.
Mm.
You know, so they just been sitting there for about a couple of years now, just hovering. And as we go around, they go around on the other side of the sun, so they can always use the glare of the sun to remain cloaked.
Mm.
People are starting to catch them now on high-power telescopes, and they putting it up, and people are like, "Oh, that's just a beam of light. That's just some junk out in space." There's not much junk in outer space.
Mm. Mm.
The junkiest place in outer space is the globe, the Earth.
Us, yes.
And most of the stuff that we think is outer space is on this side of our atmosphere.
Mm.
But it's just high enough up in the ozone layer where you can't really see it, but you can see reflections of it that look like stars at night. Those are satellites. We got also going on, you mentioned the I think it was the president of Colombia that said, right. But did you know that lady that's the in Mexico is the president? She said it too about a month ago.
No.
Yeah. So this is what we've been telling people: the disclosure is coming. The disclosure is coming. This is soft disclosure. They still haven't hit us with shock and awe yet.
Can you
shock
tell
and awe is when they rip the Band-Aid off and just show you everything that you thought was fake.
Mm.
They show you who all been arrested, who all been Gitmo, When we say Gitmo, we mean they ain't never coming back. You will never see them on Earth again. Right? Different from the people that was given life sentences.
Okay.
Right? Now, you also have going on at the same time, you have a couple of foreign countries that's in civil unrest. Even Mexico blew up right after the president of Mexico was saying that the real natives was us. So we have all this stuff going on. It's disclosure, but it's not the disclosure that we want to see. We don't want to see it like that.
Okay.
We don't want to be slow dripped. We
true.
think we don't want to be slow dripped. Just like we thought we didn't want to see no chaos on American soil. And when 9/11 hit, everybody was like, oh my God.
We were shocked. Yeah. Caught off guard completely.
Yeah. Never knowing that it was a homeland inside job. See, just like they told us it was 19, they picked the number 19 so-called people that took over the planes, right?
Right.
Then they say they were all Muslims. If it was Muslims, they wouldn't have used 19. They would have either used 18 or 20. Because in Islam, 19 is a sacred number. It's the seal of Allah. It's called the sacred seal.
Okay.
Right? And the only other number they tried the bad luck was the number of the Queen Mother, and that's the 13th zodiacal seat, which gives us the number 13. Because 1 and 3 is 4, and it's 4 X's on the chromosome. So they telling us a whole bunch of stuff, but they ain't showing it to us in the way that we want to see it. So we believe nothing's happening. Right? But they still showing us police getting arrested, sheriffs getting arrested, judges getting arrested, judges getting fired. He just fired like 4 of them in DC today. Right? Immigrations, it might have been more than that, but I think it was at least 4 immigration judges that was fired on the spot in DC with no notice.
Whoa.
Now, the thing with people like, how you get rid of judges? They don't belong in America.
Yes, sir.
Anybody who don't know who the judges is, they barristers. All of these attorneys and barristers was instructed in the first charter of the Bar Association to use the legal system, which they should have called it the illegal system, to take everything from the people of the land. It was one of the King Georges that issued the charter in 63 in Savannah, Georgia. Right? And most people not gonna read the bar charters. We don't care nothing about no damn bar charter. What that mean to us? But in English nobility, that's called a letters patent recruitment. Letters patent mean that you get a title of nobility, but it's not heritable. The other one is, those are barristers, but then they had the ones that's called bankers. Okay. The bankers are also honorary nobility. But if you really trace the money back, the ones at the top are the bastard offspring mulattoes called Khazarians today. Right? Those are the ones who run the entire world banking network of centralized banking systems designed from Babylonian money magic to suck the life out of all of the lands. So this is why when you track their history back, everywhere they go, they get kicked out. And we not supposed to know that these people that's been being kicked out look like us. We ain't never supposed to know that. We supposed to always in our mind come up with a stand-in. That's what we call the Sephardic Jew, which is the Spanish pale-faced Jew, or a Ashkenazi, right, pale-faced Jew. Those are the front, like the Rothschilds. Those are the front families.
Okay.
The real ones behind the strings make me look light-skinned and make you look pale.
They're very dark-skinned.
Very dark. And they don't like us, especially the women. You can tell when they come around because they will have no female involvement in anything they do that's talking about considerations of power.
Okay.
Right? Because the Earth attack is an attack on the divine feminine.
Mm.
You know, so all of this stuff is falling apart. They trying to fight it, but they right now we passed the point of no return.
Mm-hmm.
We passed what they call the event horizon.
Mm.
It's just any day now. They can just come on the news report. 386 congressmen were executed over the last 5 years and get more, whatever the number is. They prepared us for it by passing, right before Trump took office, they issued a bill on the Senate floor, Congress floor, wherever the hell they did it at. But it was a contingency for a sizable portion of the congressional membership being unable to perform their duties. It's a continuation or continuity of government program. They had to do that because that's another part of soft disclosure. They're telling us that most of the people we seeing ain't the people we seeing.
What do you mean?
They skin masks. They look-alikes. Some people call them clones. They're not clones. There's very few clones.
Okay.
Right. Most of them are body doubles with skin masks on, or there are actual people that look like the person close enough that when they put them on camera, you won't notice the switch out, like Biden.
Right.
Or like Dave Chappelle. Right. They look just enough like the person with just enough time lapse where you might believe it's them.
Okay.
Right. But most people don't question it. They look on the news, oh, that's Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking Jim Carrey in a skin mask. That's Arthur Beck in a skin mask and several other ones. James Woods played him a couple of times. So they had different people playing that character for 4 years of Joe Biden. The one character came out, he hadn't grew like almost a foot tall. And nobody noticed it when he walked out of the White House with Jill. How'd she go from being this tall to him to now she to his chest?
Mm. So what's the point of them having actors to stand in?
The worst thing can happen is mass panic.
Okay.
Walmart issued a statement saying that if they didn't open the government back up, they would not be opening their stores and they would only do deliveries. Mm-hmm. And they was followed by a couple more major chains because they expecting to run on the grocery stores. So if they lock them all down, now they got stuff where you ain't getting in there.
Oh, okay. So
they made, Walmart had issued that statement early November. So that's to keep the people from mass panic. When you have mass panic, you have chaos everywhere.
Yeah.
So to minimize the mass panic and the chaos, you got to slow drip them.
Okay.
You got to coddle them. You got to give them the appearance of business as usual, even though it's not business as usual. It's straight out the 48 Laws of Power. Preach the need for change, but never change too much too fast or the people will rebel. Right? So Trump, everything he doing, he telling us what he doing every step of the way. Right? But most people don't know how to liquidate a major corporation.
Okay.
Because most of us have never done it before. In America, out of all of the business people in America, how many of them has been through the bankruptcy process and liquidated a major corporation more than once? It's only one. Donald John Quavius.
Donald John Quavius Trump.
He's been through the bankruptcy courts and he understands the process better than any other CEO.
Okay.
Now, remember, before Trump, they was going to do it with Ross Perot.
I
But
remember.
the deep state told him, you're gonna get out of this election or you're going to be dead.
Because
So
he had a great chance of winning. I remember.
yeah, he was like a landslide ahead in the polls when he dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody else was at 20 and 30%. He was like 40-something%. Then he dropped out the race until he fell behind.
Mm.
I always thought it was a situation of Brewster's Millions, where he got to spend a certain amount of money in order to get all his money. And he had a certain amount of time to do it. Remember Brewster's Millions?
I don't
Richard
remember.
Pryor?
No. Mm-mm.
And so Richard Pryor get called into this office one day. He's a regular old dude, and they tell him he just inherited all of this money, but before he can do it, he has to give away, he has to spend a certain amount of millions of dollars with nothing to show for it.
Mm.
Can't have nothing to show for it at the end. And they gave him like a year to do it. So he couldn't figure out how to spend the money. Finally, he figured out run for office, right? But only his campaign slogan was none of the above. Don't vote for none of us.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so Brewster Millions, it's hilarious, but it was telling us something.
Okay.
And that's what I thought Ross Perot was doing when he dropped out the race. Until the next race when Forbes ran. Man, they got all these business tycoons trying to get into the office.
Mm-hmm.
So now the third one, he get right in office. And I'm like, wait a minute. 3 knocks to a finish. 3 knocks to a finish. You need a liquidator. You need somebody, the billionaire that's been through the billionaire bankruptcy multiple times. So they gave us first Perot, right? He didn't get in. Then they gave us Forbes. He didn't get in. And then, boom, here comes Donald John Quavius, the Trump card himself. You know, they made that movie, Howard the Duck, supposed to have been about him.
Okay.
He's Donald the Duck, but they can't use Donald the Duck because it was patented by Disney, so they use Howard the Duck.
Okay.
But they still mean Daffy the Duck. And Daffy the Duck is the dark-winged duck. The dark-winged duck is the one you don't see coming. So you got all these codes they've been dropping in our face, hitting us with codes left and right. And a lot of them are tribal codes from old tribal lingo that we used to talk amongst ourselves and make fun jokes with this stuff. But then when the colonizers came, they became lifelines. Right? So we go, a fake chief is a Jayhawk. He ain't a real hawk. He's just a blue jay pretending to be a hawk. He's a Jayhawk. He's a fraud. Right? A Pocahontas. She's just an actress. She's a pretender. That's what the name means. So anytime somebody made up a story, the girl name was always Pocahontas because the story made up. But now when we hear the story of Pocahontas, we think it's a real story. So we don't remember the culture. But if you just look at what the name means in the tribal tongue, it tell you that mean that she's a playful girl or a girl that's acting. Central casting been around a long time.
And that's something that President Trump always says. So even when he met with the military right before he shut down the government, he met with the military, and one of the things he said in that speech was, "Looks like central casting to me." And I thought, where did that come from?
He have to tell it. He have to put it in the public, but he don't have to explain what it means.
Okay.
We got to figure it out. But if you know what central casting is it's been around as long as Hollywood or longer. And they used people, they really got in with crisis actors. And I think that was around the 60s or 70s when they started looking for crisis actors. Crisis actors is the ones who specialize in going through trauma.
Mhm.
We all got crisis actors that come into our life, and we can't wait for that SOB to leave and stop telling me all the blues. I don't want to sing the blues with you, mother. Get out of here. Right? So he have to tell you that they central casting, but he don't have to. He tell you individuals. She's central casting. He's central. He just point them out. This is a nice. He's a fine gentleman, even though he's central casting. He's telling you all of the people that they're using actors to fulfill the position because they dismantling it. And they don't want you to know it's gone until it's gone. It can't come back no more. We at that point where now it can't come back. We can go around with our red, white, and blue American pride and swing our old glory flags all we want to. Old glory gone. Get out of here. 1776, bicentennial 1976 to the 2025 250 don't matter. They out of here. It's just a matter of now. Remember, we having the 250-year celebration, which I've been calling National Mardi Gras for almost 8 years now. Starting next year. It's supposed to start this year.
It was, yeah.
But there was too much dirt to clean up. They couldn't get it all cleaned in time.
I think it was supposed to start Memorial Day.
Yeah. So what did they do? They gave us a 4-year false presidency.
Yeah.
They turned around after the false presidency and moved the date of the celebration. That's all buying time. But there ain't no more time to be bought now.
You know, a lot of people are saying, what's taking so long? They think it's not happening, but I hear you say it actually is happening. It's over.
Well, in 2017, Executive Order of Donald J. closed the Federal Reserve. It stopped them from printing currency.
Okay.
So that means that all of the currency that was in circulation, they couldn't destroy the old currency. They didn't want them to destroy the old currency because they couldn't catch the counterfeiters if they destroyed all of the old currency. The counterfeiting is going to come. The counterfeit money is going to be given to us by a foreign country on pallets. Right? And when they bring it over here, they're supposed to go through an identification process. Right? They got to keep a certain amount of it as evidence. So if they get 20 pallets of artificial money, fiat, counterfeit, they might save a whole pallet of it for evidence. Right? And then once they find out what country it's coming from, then they finna get Army Rangers, Navy SEALs, Green Berets, and every other kind of special operations from the Secret Service and CIA. They're gonna flood that country until they find where that counterfeiter at.
Okay.
Now they did it in Colombia, I think it was, back in the 80s. They caught them because they was counterfeiting like $1 billion a year. You know, so everything is winding down now. So they just stopped the printing of the penny.
Yeah.
That don't seem like that mean nothing to most people. But when the last penny was struck in Philadelphia, that's where the first established government of the United States Corporation's original capital was. They don't move it for a couple years later to DC. Right? Yeah. Well, they got to reverse engineer everything you've seen coming in. You got to see it coming out.
Okay. So what is the significance of them removing the penny?
The penny is the financial significance of the original copper color people. That's why it's copper. Okay. The reason they use Abraham Lincoln on there is because the real Abraham Lincoln was original copper color, but they whitewashed them. Right. So the penny in the ending of their system is also a recognition of us by stopping the penny from being printed. Because now what was once copper comes back now as a denomination of gold or silver.
You know that the United States just added copper as one of its imported minerals.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
remember they used to use copper in the pipes in all of the houses.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Now they use plastic PVC.
Hmm.
You know what CBDs are?
Central bank digital currencies?
PCBs. I mean, not that.
Oh, okay. No, no, no. I don't know what
Those
PC.
are carcinogens, cancer-causing agents,
Oh my God.
and that's what's in the piping that they're giving us now. The PVC pipe, the gas is loaded with PCBs.
Mm, 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 mm. The copper, and copper. I remember a time when doctors used to give people who had joint pain copper bracelets and copper knee pads. Yeah, tell them to wear copper on their bodies to stop joint pain.
Some of the people in the South still remember drinking out of copper cups.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they say that the water tasted better and it stayed colder longer.
Mm, mm.
But everybody thought it was an old wives' tale.
It just seems like everything, well, a lot of things that's happening is about the copper colored people. And people ask me why I keep bringing that up, and it's just because I see it in my face. I see the symbology. I just like we were talking about the Colombian president, the Mexican president, other presidents saying, "Hey, the Black people are the indigenous peoples all over the world of the Americas, and they are the oldest indigenous people on the planet." There is a reason for them saying that. There's a reason copper is going up in value right now.
Which is another reason to take the penny out of circulation, because a penny worth of copper wouldn't be enough to make a penny.
Okay.
Let that sink in.
Mm,
If the value of copper go up, a penny worth of copper wouldn't be enough to make a penny.
I see. Mm.
It would have to be stretched too thin.
People are saying copper has healing properties.
Yes. Yeah,
Can you?
remember, we used to be magnesium copper based. We iron copper based now. The copper never changed.
Okay.
They just switched the iron, switched with the magnesium to make us brown instead of shades of blue and green. So
Wow.
when you see the paintings of Krishna is blue and Osiris is green, that's when we was magnesium based.
In that movie Wicked, the character is green. I thought that was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they're trying to tell us something. So is that how we originally looked?
Well, our color, our pigment, because the brown in our skin, the melanin is reacting with the rusting or the oxidization of the iron. If it was to react to the magnesium oxidization in copper, they oxidized in shades of green, right?
Okay.
And the denser the melanin is, the green will become so dark till it turns blue.
Okay.
So it's the synthesis of the metals in the body that changed our skin pigment.
I want to switch the conversation just a little bit. Can you address why President Trump is going against the immigrants and migrants? Right now, he's targeting the Somalians. Can you address why he's, going so hard after the immigrants and the migrants, and why specifically the Somalians? Who are they?
So the Somalians that came over here is part of a Muslim Brotherhood that got in their charter or in a mission statement. Their goal is to destroy this country and all of the people in it.
What?
And they found connections with that lady. Well, I forgot her name, but she's from Wisconsin in that Somali group. And they said that she was connected to them, to that organization, and that all of the people that came over, they saturated that area with Somalian so-called refugees. That's a retaliation for Black Hawk Down, Mogadishu. That's where it comes from. They killed Muhammad Fahd Adib.
Hmm.
That's like if Russia came over here right now and they killed the mayor of or the governor of a state and then just went back home. Well, it just ain't gonna just go like that.
Hmm. Ilhan Omar. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's her name.
Okay.
So they say she connected. I didn't do no background on her, so I don't know who she connected to.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen a couple of different people presenting the paperwork showing her connection to that Somali organization. But it's all get back. And now, if we ain't the ones responsible for the dirt that this government did, then anybody that's going to cause us harm when they tear this government down, they got to be gone.
Okay.
A lot of the so-called migrants was brought over here to pad voting roles. It had nothing to do with refugees and political crisis anywhere in the world.
Mm.
Mexico doesn't have to be in poverty. They don't need to sell drugs.
Okay.
If the people reap the rewards of the mineral wealth of the country of Mexico, everybody will be rich.
They have a lot of silver there in Mexico.
They got oil, just like Saudi Arabia, but they're not allowed to tap it because of the Spanish-American Treaty.
Okay.
It's a lot of stuff that they have, but the Spanish-American War, the Mexico-American War, when we annexed Arizona, New Mexico, California, Nevada, and Texas, they treaty or they peace agreement prevents them from generating national wealth and taking care of their people properly. And they're not in third world country because they a third world country. They're in a third world country because they're economically strangled.
Well, some people will say then they should be able to be here if they're struggling in their countries and we have so many resources. Why can't they be here?
We don't have a problem with them being here because here is there. It's the same country,
Okay.
the same land. Before, all of them people they calling them illegals coming from Mexico to California and Arizona, that was Mexico first. So you saying I can't go from one part of my house to the other part of my house? Well, I don't understand that, right? But the issue is not the reason that they bringing them over here. It has nothing to do with they suffering.
Okay.
It has everything to do with controlling the outcome of elections. Votes ain't what we think they is, right? Nobody that you voting for, your vote gonna actually put them people in power. It's not gonna happen. all of the elections are rigged. Been rigged from the beginning. The biggest trick they ever played on us was to get us to demand something called voter rights. We're not stakeholders in the corporation. Our vote don't count. How do we know this? Because the stakeholders vote after we do. They call them the electoral college. So they let us say what we gonna say, and then they laugh at us, and then they do what they was gonna do anyway.
Crazy.
Because as long as we feel included in a decision-making process, we won't overthrow their regime. So it's all an illusion to make you believe you part of this system. And the system is on your back. It's not a system that opened doors for you. It's a system that's on your shoulders. You don't know that the system is on top of you because they got you believing that you're a participant. You're not a participant. Since 1776, everybody that's calling themselves American has been a victim. I don't care what you look like. Because when the law was laid out, like for instance, the Emancipation Proclamation was supposed to free the slaves, which were 13th and 14th Amendment. No, it changed the conditions by which slavery could be administered. It didn't get rid of it. Think about it, right? If you ain't supposed to have a person held for involuntary servitude or slavery. But then the 14th Amendment is say, unless duly convicted of a felony, right? Where do they derive their felonies from? They're not coming from the law of the land. Because if they was, then no drug dealer would be in prison. Because the government brought all the dope here.
Sure did, yes.
right? So why are they bringing all the dope here and then punishing us for making a living off the dope they brought? It was all a trap to begin with. The rats don't put the cheese in the trap, but he always get caught in it. We didn't bring the dope over here, but we always got caught in it.
Yeah.
Very few of us understood what happened with Iran-Contra.
Okay.
In that this is not a new government thing. You go all the way back to the Opium Wars. Britain is the king of drug dealers. They did it in the Opium Wars. They flooded China with cheap discount opium and opened up opium dens everywhere. So what did Mayo's Dong do when he got in there? Anybody that get caught smoking opium, you dead. Nothing to negotiate. Ain't non-negotiable. If you're smoking opium, you are a pariah to the system. You die. Everybody's like, "How you just gonna kill all of the people?" They was like wet rags laying around opium dens, and they couldn't even get up and go nowhere. They already dead. They just ain't literally dead. But for all intents and purposes, they contribute contributions to life. They taking up oxygen for people that could actually be using it to accomplish something.
Yeah.
Right. So you give a person enough dead weight, you're going to wear them down eventually.
Yeah. While you take a pause for a minute, I just want to tell everybody that's in the chat, thank you so much for keeping the conversation going. I see your questions. We're going to give you some time to ask the chief the questions. But thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing information with each other. I see 1,533 people in the chat. Hit the like button, please. That will help the algorithms. And please support our chief. Chief Rod Hayes has been giving out information for probably about a decade that I know of, and he's not paid for this. So I ask that you show him and me and this Soul Tribe how much we appreciate him for his hard work. You can either send him a blessing by two methods. You can send him a blessing via Cash App. Let's see. Cash App is $SikApe. That's Cash App, capital SIK, capital APE. Or you can send him a donation to his PayPal, which is at SikApe01, SikAPE01. What does SikApe mean before you go on?
Soldiers in Illuminati are present everywhere.
Okay.
It's an acronym. So it was the communication between me and somebody who came up with something called the Don Illuminati theory. It's a tribal communication.
Okay. And I'm going to take this off the screen, family, but if you look at the ticker below, you will see different methods that you can support the Chief Rod Hayes for always coming on here. And he spends hours of his time. He got a lot of knowledge already in his head, but he studies as well, and he disseminates information on his social media platforms, doesn't ask for a penny, never has. Then he comes on different shows and he gives all this information and never asks for anything. So again, I ask, if you appreciate the information that he's sharing, please support him by sending him some ends, okay, some duckies, as we used to say, to that's the wrong one, to $SIK, capital SIK, capital APE for Cash App. And PayPal is the same thing, except it's SikApe01. Okay. Thank you, family. So you talked to me about the immigration. And the reason why I brought that up is because after what happened at the White House with the unaliving of 2 National Guardsmen, President Trump, he took a hard stance against immigration. He said he's going to vet everybody more thoroughly. He's freezing the asylums. People will come here, their visas would expire, then they would just apply for asylum. He's freezing all that. He's putting a halt on green cards. It's like people think he's crazy, like he's a madman. What do you say to all that?
Another thing that has to happen before they hand the keys back to the tribes is they have to shut the government all the way down. That means they have to close the air travel in the borders.
Okay.
When they get ready to do the big transfer, It's going to be one airport open. It's probably going to be the one in New York, JFK, because it's the one with the most international flights. Either that one or LAX, but it ain't going to be both of them.
Okay.
And that's only going to be for dignitaries, foreign dignitaries that's going to come over here to acknowledge the tribes. And just like what you've seen the Colombian president do, except they're going to be coming to talk to the people and to offer whatever they country or nation can give us to support. It's a whole, they was waiting on us. The rest of the world been waiting on America. One of these chiefs gonna figure this stuff out sooner or later. And all of the ones around the world been waiting on us. Because we was the ones holding everybody back, because where America go, the world go. Right? We accustomed to calling it America now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we'll use the term because that's what we're accustomed to, but we're going to change the name.
Oh, yeah?
I guarantee you we're going to change the name. We're going to change the borders.
Oh.
We aren't going to have states. We're going to have territories and provinces. And it's going to be the matriarchy that's going to do the new lines of demarcation. So if you going to get your testicles in the bunch because you ain't in on the meeting, too bad for you. You might as well go get castrated.
Mm.
But it's going to be based on socioeconomic, the ability to administer socioeconomic support to every part of the land. Okay. That's what it's based on. That's different between patriarchy and matriarchy. Under patriarchy, it's for military conquest and control, military control. Under the matriarchy, it's about bountiful abundance, right? Magnetic love energy. And it changes the way people behave and treat each other.
Okay.
Right? Just when the women get what's rightfully theirs back, it's going to make all of the real men stand up and be like, I could be a man now.
Okay.
Because a lot of them right now is running around hiding behind garbage cans, peeping around the corner, hoping that they don't see massa coming.
So what about the matriarchy makes the man want to stand up even stronger?
Look, you know how women be aggressive with men, cuss them out. It ain't none of that, man. Women in their nature, when they be able to follow their nature, it make men just melt at the presence of women. They can't help it. That's where your whole Medusa story came from. The mischaracteristics or an exaggeration of the true story. Every man that's seen a woman where he just freezes and he can't do nothing, just look at her. You look too long, now you lost your head. Because the Gorgons was warrior priestesses. They were similar to the Amazonians, but their mission was to settle Greece.
Okay.
Medusa's name is Helen. Medusa is her title.
Oh.
And she's a Ptah priestess, which means she was a grand doula. The title Medu, or the number Medu, is 10 in Kemetic. That's the highest rank. Right? So she was the highest ranked doula of the Hellenistic system. So they called her Medu Sa. Then you had, when she was Helen, you ever heard of Hellenistic society?
Yes.
Okay. This is talking about a feminine society. This is why Bobby Hemmings say all of that dark shit, that hell shit, that's the feminine realm. That's what he was talking about. So here we come years later, and we trying to look at ancient times and modern lenses, and we're going to always be distorted because of it. It's not the same.
Okay. So I heard you say a little earlier, they're going to turn things over to the tribes. They're going to turn the government over to the tribes here on the land?
And they got no choice. We was governing the land before they came. Why we can't govern it now? We just had to re-educate and educate ourselves above the ignorant conditions that we was subjugated to. They killed off all our educated. When we seen lynchings, we thought they were just random people, melanated people. Them was not random people.
Okay.
The, the prelude to the lynchings was your intelligence, your ability to stand your ground, and your ability to educate and influence others. You was dead. That was a death warrant. That's why we take pride in being ignorant now, trying to avoid being lynched.
Oh.
And most of us don't know that what we call the KKK is a Masonic brotherhood from Spain called the Black Brotherhood of Spain.
Mm.
They was Moors. The original KKK members under them robes looked like us.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, when you look back at some of the old pictures from the 1800s, look at the hands.
Mm. Mm.
Make sure you look at the hands, because you're gonna be surprised how many black hands hanging under black robes. Then you know why the black hen was the most feared thing in the South.
Oh.
Because you didn't know if it was this nigga sitting next to you or the one you just bought your stuff from in the pharmacy that's gonna don this robe. They led and trained and educated the pale-faced KKK.
Mm.
Now I don't know what the new one's gonna do, because all they grandbabies mulattoes now.
And where did they come from? These are the Moors from Spain, you say?
Yeah, the conquistadors. If you go to the computer right now and type in Black Brotherhood of Spain.
Okay. Black Brotherhood. Okay, let's see. The Black Brotherhood of Spain most likely refers to the Hermandad de los Negritos in Seville, one of the oldest surviving brotherhoods in Spain, founded in 1393 for black slaves and former slaves. I'll bring it up. Do you want me to keep reading, or you want me to show you?
I want you to look at the pictures of their regalia.
Okay.
Go to images.
Okay, let me go back. Black Brotherhoods of Spain. Okay. Brotherhood of Spain. Family, hit the like button, please, and share the video. Make sure you send the chief. Oh my God. Make sure this took me by surprise. Make sure you send the chief a blessing. I couldn't even get my words out. Make sure you send a contribution to the chief for enlightening us. Who knew the KKK were a bunch of dark-skinned people? Yeah, somebody said it's the black nobility.
They are absolutely correct. The black nobility is the ones that got kicked out of Europe for eating and raping babies.
Oh my God.
And now they want to mix in with us like they normal and we ain't.
Oh my God. Look at this. This is wild.
Each one of them colors represents something different. When they wearing a different color robe.
Yes, I see black. Oh, I see the white and blue.
Yeah, keep scrolling down. You're going to see the all white ones too.
Jiminy Crick, yes. I see all white ones with the pointy head things. Pointy hoods. This is wild. Oh, I see black with blue.
Yeah, they got different colors for different stuff. In the original Klansmen, the leaders used to wear the different color robes. The one they called the Grand Dragon, he wore the black and red robe. The Grand Wizard wore a blue robe. They had different titles and ranks, and they all had different color robes that matched their rank.
Look at this one.
Yeah, so that's the blackface. The blackface was to tell us who was behind the dirt. That's why the pale face dressed up in blackface, because when they kicked the Moors out of Europe, the dirty Moors, they came over here. So they started doing black. That's called a minstrel performance, by the way. Blackface is minstrel performance.
Okay.
The minstrels was another way of saying theater back then.
Okay. Minstrel.
Right. Yes. So they dress up in blackface. They telling you the story of they're telling you the story of them ones who was pulling their strings. Now, the paleface identify who their handler is by what's called a type in Moorish brooch.
Okay.
This is where they get the name Jews from.
Moorish brooch. BROACH.
ACH, I think.
BROACH. Okay.
Go to images.
Okay. Let me see if it's showing on your end. Oh.
Okay, now this is how they got to be called Jews.
Oh.
Dr. Clark got a lecture. Dr. John Henry Clark got a lecture. He said they was named Jews because of the jewels they wore. This is the jewels. When you converted, that the one who was in charge of your family gave you one of these. When you representing them, you wear it. You see that lady right there that's coming up on the left?
On the left.
Click on her picture.
This lady right here?
Yep. So she's some kind of European nobility, and she got the brooch on. She's telling you who's her handler.
What? I see it right here. Do I need to make it bigger, or can you see on your end?
It's not up to me. It's up to the people that's watching. You can make it bigger for them. I already know what it looked like.
We already know. Okay, family, can y'all see that? They look like us, but they ain't us. Somebody says. Let me make it a little bigger. Yes. Okay. What is a blackamoor brooch? The controversy explored in Harry and Meghan. What? Harry and Meghan.
They wear them too. All of the royal families of Europe wear these, but it's to tell them which one of the royal families they represent. There's a total of 12 royal families that fall under the category of Jew.
This is mind blowing. Hold on, let me get to this. Is this it? So hold on. Now these blackamoors, let me see. Oh, they won't let me go there. I tried to click in. Let me see. Now it's an advertisement that came on to cover it up. So I'm gonna go out and go to the smaller picture. These people don't look like us. Here it is. They don't look like us to me. I mean, they're real dark. They look like some like their dark complexion looks Sudanese-ish.
Yeah, well, so now type in Moorish brothel and watch what the women in the brothel look like.
Moorish brothel. Okay, let me get out of there. Okay, baby. Sorry. This is what comes up with Moorish brothel. Are those the images? Yeah. Anything specific I'm looking for?
When you go through them, you're going to see that most of the brothels is full of pale-faced women.
They are. Yes, I see that.
Okay, go
ahead.
Okay, now, this takes us to J.A. Rogers, who they labeled a quack and an insane researcher, and said he didn't have any alphabets behind his name, so his research couldn't be taken serious, but he got all his receipts in the book. But anyway, going back to J.A. Rogers, Nature Knows No Color Line and Sex and Race explores what's going on over here. Right? Now, they had this presentation they used to give about whitewashing the people through amalgamation, forced amalgamation.
The best little whorehouse in Texas. I remember hearing about that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's actually a movie about that.
Okay.
I think it's porno though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the Khazarians, ones we call Khazars, the Khazarians is the ones from Prussia. They used to be called the Prussian Empire. Later it became known as Khazaria, right? That was the original homeland of the Huns that they brought over as servants. Later on, Khazarians, the ones that was the mulatto offspring of those out of those Moorish harems didn't have birthrights. So the children And the concubines who mothered them got together and the women refused sex and the children refused to do anything that the father said until they gave them some rights. So they felt they would be harmless to just put them over the bank because we still own the money, but they can live off the bank by administering banking. This is where you get your Rothschilds from. This is where you get your Warburg family from. And a lot of these other ones that we think is nobility, they're not nobility, they peasantry, but they've been put in the royal palaces of Europe.
Oh.
And a lot of them are mulatto offspring. This is how when they say tracing their bloodline, and nobody in Europe that's pale face can trace their bloodline straight back longer than about 200 years because they was all being shuffled around in what we would call them pauper villages, right? And they were setting up these villages for a repository of slaves that was captured in warfare. So the Ottomans coming in from the east is meeting up with the Etruscans coming across the Iberian Peninsula into Spain. And then what ended up happening is the Europeans figure out what's going on. Why are all of the babies coming up missing? When they finally find the stronghold of where the babies was, we can look at the timeline where they located them because they gave us orphan trains and babies coming in on ships by the hundreds. Right? These ships, you got children coming in with the Ellis Island immigration alone at 10 and 8 and 7 years old. They used to literally put the babies in the mail.
Oh my God.
You go back to the Google and say mailing babies. You're going to see a mailman with a baby in his basket.
Mailing babies. Okay.
See the postman?
Yeah.
You see the babies in the sack?
Yes. Yes.
But they had to find homes for the orphans, and the only one taking them in, America has been the home of the orphans of the world from the beginning, from Atlantean days.
Okay.
When these children's parents being sent off to war, they leaving the children behind and the women behind. Remember, spoils of war was women and children.
Yeah.
And the wealth of the land. Whatever your wealth was, if it was cattle, that was spoils of war. If it was gold, that was spoils of war. But the number one and number two was the women and the children. You still see in movies now, you see the man say, let the women and children go first. Right? He wasn't being what they call, what's the word they use for?
Altruistic or benevolent? What, good? Are you saying good?
It basically mean good. But he was courteous. He wasn't being courteous to those people when he said, let the women and children go first. He's counting them.
Wow.
In real life, they was counting them. So they always had to let the women and the children go first so they can count them. Or as they say it now, do a census. A senseless census.
That yeah, somebody said that the world has been evil. This is heartbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's been the same people behind it. You can trace them all the way back to ancient Babylon.
Where do they come from? Like, are these humans? Are they non-humans?
They're not human. They not humans.
Okay.
Right. They are what's the word for something? They anthropomorphic aliens that look human. They didn't come here looking like that.
Okay.
They got to die so many times on Earth to take on the physical body. When they first came, they didn't look like that.
Okay.
On their second and third iterations, they suffer from a condition called ichthyosis, severe ichthyosis.
Okay.
right? If you look ichthyosis up, it's also called lizard skin,
Mm.
right? But the ichthyosaur was an ancient fish that they named after.
Mm.
That's so we know that the people with the condition been here a long time, but they don't belong here.
So they're not human, and but they do mate with some of the humans, don't they?
They can't have babies with humans.
Oh, they can't.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
the real ones. Some of the ones that's hybrids that is from a different alien species, they can mix their blood with human blood. But the other ones, the woman will spontaneously abort every time, unless
Oh,
you got to go through a whole process to get her to carry the baby to term. And that's how you know who they is, because most of the time they don't have children, they adopt.
wow.
And they love adopting our children because they think they can change their temperament from being like us to being like them.
Hmm. Was it you that once said these are the people that's living in gated communities?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how they stay away from the general public, so you can't see their little idiosyncrasies that'll reveal who they is.
Hmm.
They try not to cohabit with us.
Oh, somebody said that's why they're so big on incubation.
Incubators ancient.
Okay. Now, are these the ones that go into Hollywood or they control Hollywood?
They own Hollywood.
Okay, they own Hollywood.
Okay, now they also have handlers. Like for instance, the queen of the damned is Kim Kardashian, right? She is the highest ranked Hollywood witch right now
Hmm.
because she's the most phenotypically like a sister out of the collection of the witches. Which means that she had to have been here a certain amount of time and died a certain amount of times in order to come back looking like that. Otherwise, she came back looking like her sister, Harvey Weinstein,
Oh, okay.
with ambiguous genitalia.
Her sister, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah,
Oh,
he looked like a man, but he's not a man.
okay.
He's what you call a XY female. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, a hermaphrodite?
Not a hermaphrodite. It's a
Hermaphrodite?
difference.
Okay.
If you look up a YX male or
Yeah.
XY female, they look anatomically correct for the wrong gender.
XY female. Oh, it comes right up. Never heard of this before.
These are conditions from people. The inverts is from a parallel dimension.
Oh.
These are the ones who introduced the homosexual agenda to us.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now type in XX male.
Oh, wait, they show that. Oh, okay.
That look like Kim Kardashian mama right there.
Right here. XX male. Okay. Let me let you see that. Hold on.
Do the cartoon picture at the top right, because if you do the real picture, they're gonna censor you.
Okay, right here. Is that
Yeah.
this one? Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to click on it?
Yeah. I just wanted to try to get it a little bigger for people to see that it's anatomically male, but genetically it's female.
Let me see.
They the ones that introduce sex change operations and all that. I'm trapped in the wrong body mentality stuff.
Yes, here it
This
is.
is where it come from.
Mm. Wow. Breast development in 30% of the cases, osteoporosis, small testes, female type pubic hair. Wow. They're tall, slightly feminized physique, mildly impaired IQ, tendency to lose chest hairs, frontal baldness is absent, poor bearded growth. Dang, that's wild. Oh, you
I
can't
got,
see that. I thought you could see that. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it close, but you probably can't see it. I apologize. Let me bring it up, family. I could see it on my end, but you couldn't see it right here. You can't tell what, yeah, it's so yeah, so it has female pubic hair, but a small testes, and it
mhm.
has breasts. Wow. And where these are beings that are in Hollywood or
They're all over the place.
okay. Hmm.
There's not a lot of them. Probably on the whole planet, there's probably 100,000 of them.
Okay. Wow. Now what
Somebody
is their
said,
point? Go ahead.
somebody said she wore a brooch to their wedding reception. That comment, I'm not
Oh,
sure. I think they were talking about. I'm not sure exactly what they were talking about. I probably have to go back a couple of comments to find
that
out.
was your interception. Are y'all talking about what's the woman that married the sister that married Harry, Prince Harry?
Really ain't Meghan Markle, Megan something, ain't it?
Yes, Meghan Markle, you're right. I don't see what they're saying up.
Well, Meghan Markle was the president of France wife, ain't it?
Marco is the one who married the Prince
Prince
Harry.
Harry?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
She was an actress over here. I never even knew who she was before she got married, but people were celebrating her.
Yeah,
So
she was in a couple of sitcoms, not sitcoms, but those little 30-minute shows.
Okay. I see her. There she is. Duchess of Sussex.
Now, the $1 million question is: was she the Duchess of Sussex before she got married or after she got married?
Ah. Mm,
You remember that was Princess Diana title too.
okay.
Before
Mm,
she became a princess,
mm,
she married the prince and she became a princess. Before that, she was a duchess.
mm.
Well, titles of nobility: noble, honorable. Um, those are all titles of nobility. Esquire, sir. A sir is a knight. That's why they got it. When they get done knight you, they call you sir. Elton John, Sir Elton John is his
So
official
cute.
name.
Okay. Do you have a do you have time to answer some questions, Chief?
Yeah, let's do about 4 or 5 questions.
Okay. Let's see. Thank you, family, for joining us. Thank you so much for your donation. Who is this? This is Jay. Says, who do you think will form the new tribes, the government for us? That's a great question. NOI, Good Moors, tribes. Also, who is on those crafts? Peace, Dr. P and Rod. Thank you both. Thank you for asking the question. So, who will form the new the tribes or the government for
The
us?
tribes is already here. We ain't never went nowhere. We already formed. We just been misclassified and confused about who our identity is.
Hmm.
Right. So we have a contingency of tribal chiefs in Raven Rock, Colorado right now. As
Mm,
part of the continuity of government team. If you
okay.
pull the continuity government document, we on like the last 4 or 5 pages of the document in the transitional phase.
Okay.
That's why I used to tell everybody to read it early on. So when I start telling them stuff, they see this is a blueprint. This is not. It's like this not accident. This ain't like I just woke up today and decided to give y'all some information. No, this is the ongoing process and the blueprint for the tearing down of a 6,000-year-old system and the reinstitution of a new system. But you
Hmm.
can't do it all in one day because it's too much work.
And who's on the ships? Do we know who are
Well,
on those ships?
yeah, it's delegates from multiple different places. There's a lot of them that comes bearing gifts because we the first one to break the hold of Enlil, which freed them too. And we
Mm,
only talk about Earth. We Earthborn. So we only consider Earth in a liberation fight. But when you realize that the fight didn't start on Earth, They call it a war in heaven, which is a war in the skies, which is a war on the craft that's in the sky.
Oh.
In the war, the ones who was at war got kicked off the planet ship. You're not finna bring that bullshit on this ship. Go back down there where you was at fighting before, and y'all fight it out down there. And it just so happened to be based on gender, not skin color. Skin color is a secondary adaptation to the war. That's why the same people that been ruling, they looked at like us until about 500 years ago. Now all of a sudden they whitewashing us, make us think that somebody else was in power. It's not the case.
Thank you, Chief. And somebody wonder, is this going to be a paperwork thing, in order for the tribal people to?
No.
Okay. No.
Okay. So what's going to happen when we start redistributing wealth? The family farms that we was kicked off of, that they told us was a plantation, and your granddaddy or your grandmama lost it in the sharecropping agreement, or they got foreclosed on, or one of your cousins sold it off. You can't sell the land. So the first thing they're going to do is identify what family lines belong to what plot of land. Right? When they figure that out, like for instance, my mother's father's side is almost a third of southwestern Mississippi, right? But everybody that's on that land is not from his bloodline. But we got so many relatives down there, it don't matter. They can stay as far as we care.
Okay.
All right. So when they go in there and say, okay, Hezekiah Johns had this much land, right? Then all my cousins that my aunties had and my uncles go have a picnic. It'll be under either one of his wives' name or his name, right? He inherited the land from his mother and he refused to sell it. And then one of his wives got tricked out of it after he died. Magnolia, Mississippi, Charlottetown, Mississippi, Macomb, Mississippi, Sunflower, Mississippi. All of that is built on what used to be my grandparents' land.
Wow.
And it's a lot of land. And he had so much land that it took him 2 days to ride horse from one end to the other.
Wow. So, but how is that going to work? So, do you have to present yourself to the government, and then they'll
Your
tell
family know who you is.
Okay.
Because when you go to a family reunion, what's the first thing somebody asks you? Who your mama?
Who your mama is?
Who your daddy?
Yeah.
Because we all know who our family is. We just forgot that our family came from somewhere central. So we had family reunions trying to keep the family in communication and contact so we can get it all back at the end.
So you don't need to do paperwork.
No, your family knows. You just need to know where your family farm is at. When everybody that traced their heritage back, you ain't gonna never find no slaves, but you're gonna find a sharecropper.
Oh, okay.
That's 9.9 out of 10 how we lost most of the land.
I heard you once say that the plantations were big. That was Big Mama's house. It wasn't the slave master.
They took Mama name off and called it the Big House. I couldn't understand that when I was little because I kept saying, that look like Big Mama house. Why they call it the Big House? It wasn't the Big House. It was Big Mama house. There was a bunch of big houses all around the place. Uncle Jimmy's house was big. Uncle Charles' house was big. But Big Mama had Big Mama house. You always knew her house because she had these big ass pillars in front of it. Now, when you ride through the South, they telling you that's an old plantation house right there. That's what Master and them used to say, sleeping in your great grandmama bed.
Whoa. It made us hate the plantation, and that was our land.
That's the only way they can stop us from being able to feed ourselves off the land. They had to make us hate working the land, make us hate everything about our natural culture. Remember, most of the Big Mamas, they was widows by the time they was mid-30s.
Okay. Because they
Here
married. Oh,
here come this Django looking nigga with this shiny ass suit.
mm.
And all he want to do is get the land from under her. What he do?
Oh, he was a brother, a Django man.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay, now this is what we used to call the house nigga. When you said we didn't like house niggas, this is why.
okay.
He married Big Mama. He poisoned her. We all suspicious that he did something to Big Mama. There's no way Big Mama supposed to die at 45, 50 years old.
Right.
Big Papa gone. He lived to be 130. He married Big Mama when she was 12. He was 98. Now she lonely,
Yeah.
right? So here come this shiny suit wearing Django looking Negro with his bright smile, European nobility. With they was dressed like the nobles from Europe with the fluffy ass shirts and all that. That ain't how we used to dress.
Wow. Mm. Somebody said Moors versus Moors.
That's what the war was. That was the George Washington challenge.
What was that? That was them against us?
Yeah. The goal was who was going to educate themselves above the condition.
Okay.
The righteous Moors or Moors and the dirty Moors.
Mm.
You got a lot of good guys that call themselves Moors because the misleading of the ones who brought the concept.
Okay.
Moor is an exonym. They didn't call themselves Moors. They was called Moors by the ones who was kicking them out of Europe.
Yeah. Okay.
But when they got over here, so they married Big Mama, poisoned her off. But what do they do next? They hire something called a management firm.
Mm.
Right? If you type in Dr. Benjamin Rush, he was the teacher of managers. Of what they called them back then was they was farm managers, but they became plantation managers.
Okay.
Plantation is a play on word. Playing a nation or playing what you taking.
Okay. Hmm. Did you want me to look? I just brought him
I
up.
told you to show him who he is, see his picture.
Yes.
You can read a little short bio though.
Okay. Let's see. That's the picture of him. Benjamin Rush was an American revolutionary, a founding father of the United States, and signatory to the United States Declaration of Independence, and a civic leader in Philadelphia, where he was a physician, politician, social reformer, humanitarian, educator, and the founder of Dickinson College.
Okay, now I want you to type a word in.
Okay.
The word is called drapetomania.
Drapetomania. Okay, let me see if I got the right word. Here it is, drapetomania. Drapetomania was a fraudulent pseudoscientific theory, that one proposed by American physician, that one?
Yeah. Okay, now, the guy that did this, Samuel Cartwright.
Mm-hmm. Samuel Cartwright, 1851.
Okay, now, he got letters that Benjamin Rush is writing him. They are discussing the keeping and maintaining of slaves.
Mm-hmm.
They both got two different philosophies about management of people.
Okay. Do you want me to want to read a little bit more?
Yeah. So drapetomania was the term for predisposition of a so-called Negro to escape slavery. Let's just read it. Drapetomania was a fraudulent pseudoscientific theory proposed by American physician Samuel A. Cartwright in 1851 that claimed enslaved people running away from bondage had a mental illness. Let that sink in for a minute.
Mm, mm, mm.
It was used to justify slavery by falsely attributing escape to a medical condition rather than a natural desire for freedom. The term derived from the Greek words for runaway slave and mad is now widely recognized as an example of scientific racism and dehumanization. Now notice where the word come from. It's a Greek word.
A Greek word. Mm, mm.
Greek.
Derived from a Greek word. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, now, it was another word that was similar that was used to describe the slaves that refused to work.
Okay.
It might be a little later down in the article or something. But them was the people that was training the immigrants to manage the farms.
Mm.
When they trained them, they wasn't training people that look like us. But people that look like us was hiring the people from their programs to manage the farm. Right? Now, that being understood, why after they so-called emancipated the slave, was they begging us to come work the land because they didn't know what to do?
Ah.
That's how you know that they're not from the land.
Okay.
The Irish knew how to farm in Ireland. How they get over here and forget? Right? The Englishmen, they knew how to farm in England. But how did they get over here and forget? America got a unique soil. If you don't grow it in the right place at the right time, you're not going to get what you're trying to grow. And the only people that understood the growing patterns of this land was the people from the land.
Mm-hmm. Somebody asked, well, so what's going to happen with those towns that were built on our land?
Some of them going to be repurposed. It depends. We have a lot of re-educating ourselves to do among ourselves.
Okay.
About how we gonna deal with people that came over here involuntarily, and how we gonna deal with people that came voluntarily and became refugees on the land, because everybody came here didn't plan to stay. They tell you that in a lot of the colonizer journals. They tell you that they came over here to get a certain amount of wealth to go back home and live the rest of their life. They ended up getting stranded over here, and their offspring got stranded over here. Right? But when we finally really snap out of the hole of the slumber, you'll be able to look at somebody and say, they don't look like us, but they want us. Because we the only ones that move like that. We the only ones that you can't imitate. Like, if a pale face try to imitate one of us and he's straight from Europe, it's going to automatically sound racist. It's going to automatically sound racist. They're not even racist, but it will sound racist because of their ability to imitate us is limited to how much blood quantum. You gotta remember, when they got done, they gave the managers free run of the women of the plantation. That was one of their incentives. Right? And some of them had children by their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. But the skin constantly lightened after 4 generations. They octoroon now, they can pass. J. Edgar Hoover, John Wayne, Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, Liz Taylor, Lucille Ball, all of them passing. All of the biggest ones in Hollywood. What was the one dude? He was an Arab. Errol Flynn. Right? And so all these people, you wasn't able to get in Hollywood. Part of you getting that Oscar is you had to deceive the world into believing you wasn't one of us.
Wow.
if the role that you played, they say, yeah, it was a good. He played a good white boy on that one. He's a nigga though. He's an octoroon, but he's past imitation of life, right?
Imitation of life, yes.
Yeah. So while she's up there dancing with all of the chicks that's pale face, she's passing and don't want nobody to know that her mama was dark as night. But that's why Oscar, if you look up who the Oscar was named after, he was a brother.
What?
Yeah, Oscar was a brother, but he was also a Mason.
Oh. Who were the Oscars named after? Officially named after one specific person. Oh, that says it's not, but let me see. Let me see the images. Oh, I'm gonna see if this is the guy you're talking about. I see an image. Here's the image. Say Oscar Mitchell.
I think that's him right there. You circling his face.
Right here.
Okay, so he was the one who gave us what we call modern cinema format.
Oh, they got a movie. Show on them. Okay. Pioneer. Okay. Let's see. Sorry about that. Do you want me to say anything about him or read anything about him?
I was wanting to see who he was.
Okay.
You see the position of the Oscar?
Right. Yes, right here.
Okay, now that statue is not original. Type in PTAH.
ETAH?
P.
Oh, Ptah. PTAH. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, I see him.
Now, see all the way over on the right?
At the top. Yeah.
Click that one.
This one here?
Yeah. Now, who in the hell is Ptah? The P is silent, by the way.
Say it again.
I said, who in the hell is Ptah? What did he do in Egypt that left him legendary? Go to the main page. Let's read his little bio.
Okay. See where to visit. For those of you that are just coming in, family, we're having a tribal meeting with the Chief Rod Hayes, also known as Chief Pontiac, and he's dropping jewels for us today. If you're interested in supporting his work, because he does this for a living, at least it seems like it to me, he spends hours and hours a week on different shows, different platforms, educating the people. So if you're interested in supporting his work, you may do so by sending him a PayPal contribution to @SikApe. That's capital SIK, capital A PE01, SikApe01. If you'd like to send him a Cash App, you can do so by sending the Cash App to $ capital SIK, capital APE. Thank you, family. I appreciate you. Okay, let's go to Ptah. Statue of Ptah. The great Egyptian god Ptah was a deity whose many aspects include those of both a creator god and a god who listens to individuals' prayers. Ptah's name was commonly accompanied by the epithet Nefer, or benevolent of face, a description suited to the serene and open features of this particular image. Do I need to read more?
No, that's good. Okay, now, you see he was a god out of Egypt, but what they don't tell you is he's attributed with putting the clay on the potter's wheel that formed the human.
Mm.
Right now, how as a cook, if you bake cakes, don't you?
Yes, I used to when the
No,
kids were little.
don't you have a test to determine if your cake is done?
Mm-hmm.
Could you do stick a fork in it or a toothpick in it?
Yes.
If
Yeah,
if the steak is done, if the cake is done, you know to take it out the oven, right?
that's right. Yes.
If the development of the soul has been assimilated into the newly developed organism, the
Mhm.
only way that you can know that they're ready is you have to have a test. If
Wow.
the toothpick comes out of the cake clean, you give them an award. It's called an Oscar.
What? Wow.
They've successfully assimilated one drop of blood.
Mm.
Okay, now in America, got something called the one drop rule. What do it mean? Almost everybody know it.
You got one drop of nigger blood, then you
Okay, now,
Negro.
right. But America's called God's crucible the great melding pot. What the fuck that mean? What is a crucible?
Mm.
What is a melting pot?
A melting pot? Mm.
Okay, so in cooking terms, melting pot is the easiest one for you to get.
Okay.
Let's say you got a big chunk of chocolate and a big chunk of caramel,
And they melt together.
and you want to blend them.
Mm-hmm.
So you take one pot and you submerge it in the other pot with the water under, and then you put your chocolate and your caramel in there, and you
Mm-hmm.
stir the crucible or the melting pot until everything is melted.
Mm.
Once everything melted, you got to have a test to determine if it's done.
Okay.
Right. So the test for solar simulation is arts and entertainment.
Mm.
That's all right brain. Right. The organism that was trying to assimilate the drop of blood, what happens to them if they don't awaken that drop of blood? Do Stephen Hawking's college row team photo.
Okay. Somebody said that Ptah created us in the chat. Is that
Mhm.
supposed to be who created humans?
That's the Egyptian story of Ptah,
Okay.
foreign man on the potter's wheel.
The Christians, when I was in church, we used to sing the song, "The Potter wants to put you back together
Y'all was
again."
singing about Ptah.
Mm. My Lord.
There's no Christian story of anybody using the potter's wheel to create man. The closest thing to it is the Adam story, where they say man was formed from the dust of the earth,
Yes.
but it don't say nothing about a potter's wheel. In the story of Ptah, it specifically say the potter's wheel.
Mm.
But we gonna go back to that.
Okay, so what am I looking up again?
Shit, I forgot what I should look up.
I forgot to. Family, do you remember what he said I should look up? No, we were talking about Ptah. Oh, somebody said, so why did Denzel get an Oscar for being a dirty cop?
That's because the program expired in 1976.
Mm.
It was only a 200-year experiment. They got an extension because we took them to war in 1812 and broke the agreement. So we had to start all over in 1812, which brought us to 2012. But the simulation had to be determined by the 200-year mark. But they still get an extra extension of 50 to 60 years to reign. And that's why you end up at 2012.
And why did we go beyond 2012?
Now we in the process of the transfer.
Okay.
Everything after 2012 is moving to the new age, and it's the dismantling of the old age.
So I don't want to keep you on too long, but I do want to ask you something that's very important to me, and that is, how should we be preparing for this new age?
Most of as long as we don't test shit up, it's not going to be as difficult. Um, Most of us is already prepared, but we don't know it. That's why we ain't trying to prepare.
We're already prepared. Okay.
But okay, so you've seen the rollout of the National Guard. They still there. You just don't see them in the streets.
Mm.
But one of their jobs is to feed the people during the transfer between the banks collapsing and the new banks coming fully functional.
Mm.
Right. So when the old banks collapse, then the National Guard is going to be having food tents set up.
Okay.
This is why they was worried about the run on the grocery store, because ain't nobody going to have to be hungry. There's a couple of things that when you come over here, you're not supposed to ever need: food, clothing, and shelter.
Mm.
Now, if there's something else outside of food, clothing, and shelter that you need, that's something that you got to learn how to get on your own. But that was hardwired into tribal society. Nobody's homeless, nobody's starving, and nobody's walking around naked. We used to pick up naked people that float ashore from other places, and what do? They wrap them with a blanket.
Mm.
The blanket is more symbolic than just kind of keep you warm. It's also a blanket of protection. It's also a spiritual covering.
Yes,
It's
sir.
also a tribal recognition of your humanity.
Mm.
Some tribes don't give out blankets, they give out slippers. When you go into Spanish and the Samoan culture, in the Hispanic culture, they call it a chancla. It's Big Mama's power, it's her slipper. You tear your little ass up with that slipper. I don't care if you is 55 years old. Get out of line, Big Mama go upside your head with that slipper.
Yes.
Don't try to run, because she'll bink you with it from 5 blocks away. How the hell she hit me with that slipper? But back then, slipper was made out of wood. And they used to fly like a boomerang. Some of them was made out of leather, but most of them was made with wooden bottoms.
Mm. You know, speaking of the transition of power and banks shutting down, the government did, it shut down for a while, but it did reopen, and now they're saying
It didn't reopen.
it did not reopen.
That was not. It was a vote for a 30-day. I think it was like a 30-some day extension. That's an extension of government, and reopening the government is two different things.
Oh, thank you for correcting me.
Yeah. So the new government is open in Philadelphia, but it's not active. It's just open.
Okay.
Right. That was announced by Anna Von Reitz on the 17th.
Okay.
Right. The death of the old corporation or government was announced on Hannity. I think it was on like November the 10th, right around my birthday. Right. So it was 7 days apart.
Was that when he said what did he say? The government is over or something like that?
I think you posted it.
I did. I was just about to go see if I could find that right quick. I thought it was on the short. So, but they said it might shut down. I thought they said it might shut down again January 31st. What's the January 31st date?
That's the end of the extension.
Oh, I see.
The only people that's worried about in government to pay right now is soldiers. They don't care about nobody else getting paid. They don't care about judges getting paid. They don't care about municipal ordinance operators of public transportation getting paid. They only care about the military getting paid right now.
Okay. So but I thought government workers went back to work. They didn't go back to work?
Some of them might have went back, because that's what you would have been called essential workers.
I
return.
I see.
Yeah. But if they while they were shut down, they got rid of like almost 60% of the federal workforce.
So you have federal, go ahead. You
Yeah,
have the federal government shutting down, and then you have people saying they're losing their benefits like Section 8, food stamps, TANF, temporary assistance and needy family, WIC, women, infants, and children vouchers. And they're saying that, the people that are receiving those benefits, that's crazy. The government shouldn't be doing that. What do you say?
They have to. You have to close it down. They're going to still have to feed the people, though. If they don't do nothing else, they're going to feed us.
Okay.
But here go the thing. When you shutting down a government, right, a lot of programs between the transition of the shutdown of one and the reactivation of the new, that's going to have some crisis in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, when you look at what's being shut down, all that shit from the banks. Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's all banking.
Okay.
The only thing that's not banking is food, but we don't have we used to have tribal networks that rode the Mississippi River, and then you had tribes that would meet them at designated locations to receive food stuff. In the North, we grew different food than we grew in the South. We had more trees in the North and more farms in the South, right? Now, they chopped down damn near all of the trees. The forestation of America was so vast, but they chopped on all the trees. This is your great lumberjack stories, your Paul Bunyan stories, and all that stuff, right? Now, we come in, we don't have our same network, but the government had a National Guard, right? And this is why it's important for us to know what's in that continuity of government, because the National Guard, you go back to Ronald Reagan. You remember when he started Focus Hope?
I don't remember that.
Under Reaganomics, Focus Hope started under Reaganomics, but it was a ripoff of a food drive program from the Panthers.
Oh.
Ronald Reagan couldn't believe that it was actually people in the country starving, because he was aware, ever since he was the governor of California, of the warehouses of food, prices food we had on reserve. Well, they wasn't giving us that. They was only using it for military and military alone. But it was designed to feed us for up to 5 years in the crisis. They called them Pharaoh's coffers in the secret society. Tied back to the story of Joseph and the feast and famine that he dreamed that the Pharaoh had.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This was called the Pharaoh's coffers. Now you got the ones that's searching for ways to invigorate their youth. That came from a group of billionaires called the Lazarus Project. They actually did an episode of X-Files based on them, and they searched for the fountain of youth or a philosopher's stone to give them eternal youth.
Okay. Thank you, Chief. I'm going to show you this brief clip before we get out of here. Here it is. Hannity.
DVR, so you never, ever, ever miss an episode of Hannity. Please stay with the Fox News Channel for our continuing coverage. The government is officially over.
What was that?
News. If ever miss an episode of Hannity, please stay with the Fox News Channel for our continuing coverage. The government is officially over.
I thought that's what you said.
News. My friend and colleague Trace Gallagher takes this from here. Trace.
Yep. The government is officially over. That's what he said.
I'm about to send you the clip from Anna Von Reitz.
Okay.
We played out with it, and then we can wrap it up.
Okay.
I'll send it to you on Messenger.
Okay. Go there. Did you send it yet, Chief?
Mm-hmm. It's probably
did?
buffering.
Okay. Rod Hayes. It must be buffering. I don't see it yet. You sent on my Facebook Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Let me look on my phone. I don't see it on the computer.
It's still saying sending on man.
Oh, okay. I have one too. I wonder if it's the same one I have. Thank you, family, for joining us. Please make sure you hit the like button and also share this video. And remember, if you desire to support Chief, you can send him a Cash App or a PayPal, and I'll give those to you in 1 minute. Let me see if I can find this Anna Von Reitz. Anna. Is it still buffering on your end, Chief? Is America now free? We have to be first. Oh, is that where she said we have to be first so we can free others? Okay, let me see. Yep, I have that one too. I see. Okay, let me go ahead. I just pulled it up on my channel. I shared it with my private group. I didn't share it with everybody else. So I'm gonna pull it up from what you just sent me. Hold on 1 minute. What is this? Maybe later. Can everybody see that? Can you see that, Chief? On your end?
Yep, I see it.
Okay, now let me click on that. Oh, that's TikTok. Okay, it's not. I don't think you can hear it.
Erasure of debts. You're going to see freedom from taxation. You're going to see a vast simplification of law and the whole justice system. It's a whole new world. And this was the day. So you are hearing
November
it
17th.
first. You are among the very, very first people on this planet that know that this has happened. And it should be tidings of great joy
Thank you, Anna.
that this has been accomplished with a true minimum of disruption of services and, no nuclear bombs and relatively little rioting in the streets. And now this great good that has come to our country can spread throughout the world. We're kind of the starting place because we were used as the storefront and operating base, the pirate base, for these criminals, and everything, the records and everything were here. Okay, but so we follow the same sort of rationale. We need to get ourselves straightened out before we can help everybody else. And so that's why we're first.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
That's enough.
That's
Yeah,
enough.
so remember she said that we had to go first. Remember I was saying that the world been waiting on us. One of the chiefs to wake up and say this is what the problem is.
Mm.
That's what she's talking about. Remember she said with minimum rioting and right. That's why I'm not supposed to be going to public events so that they can't be tied to any type of unrest.
Oh.
Right. So when we follow all of the steps that the elders laid down, this stuff was passed down to us through folklore from our parents. Then we had to find the tangible receipt to prove what they told us to be true. Mama kept saying, we ain't from no damn Africa. We quit saying we from Africa.
Sure did.
So I'm confused. I'm like, well, shit, they keep telling me I'm from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, you better check your mind because I'm be here with you all the time, man. We ain't from no damn Africa.
Yes.
So I was like, well, what do you mean? My daddy was a chief. My mama tell you, her daddy was a chief, a full-feathered chief.
Wow.
I said, okay, mama, I'm going to go investigate, and I'm going to see what I come up with. I ain't know I was going to come up with all this shit, though. God damn.
Somebody asked what's her name. Her name is Anna Von Reitz. She is a judge of.
She was. She discovered the fraud as a judge. She filed lawsuit. Matter of fact, I got a post on my page. I'm gonna send it to you so you could share it in the description later.
Okay. You want to send it to me now? Or you want to send it to me later?
I'm sending it to you now, but we can
Mm.
It ain't coming up. I might send it to you later.
Okay.
This is the judge getting arrested.
What'd you say, dear?
That's the judge getting arrested.
Oh. Oh, a judge getting arrested. Oh, I saw that on your page. Yes. Oh, did I see that on your page? I don't know. No, I saw it somewhere the other day.
It's in my story.
It was in your story. That's where I probably saw it. A judge getting arrested. Yes. If you send that to me, I will share that in the description. Thank you, Chief. Any final words as we're wrapping up, Chief Pontiac, for the Soul Tribe?
Yeah, just don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. This is over with. They got to give it all back to us. They can't give it to somebody that they think is us. They can't give it to somebody that's pretending to be us. It got to be us.
Who's us?
The original people of the land. They know who we are.
Okay.
They know exactly who we are.
Thank you so much, Chief Pontiac. I appreciate you taking time out in your evening to come and share your wisdom and information with the Soul Tribe. We're going to do our best to show you how much we appreciate you by either sending you a PayPal. So family, let's pull together our resources to help the chief. The chiefs and the elders should never suffer. They should never go without. It is our responsibility as tribal members to take care of the chiefs. It's our responsibility to take care of our elders so they don't even have to work. That's the way I was raised. So if you support that ideology and you appreciate Chief Pontiac's work, please send him a PayPal. If you have PayPal, you can send that to @SikApe01. That's at capital SIK capital APE01. That's the PayPal here. Or you can send him a Cash App. He accepts Cash Apps as well. And that Cash App is $SikApe, capital SIK, capital APE. So I'll put it up here on the screen, but it was also scrolling down at the bottom I think they call that the ticker. You'll see it scrolling along the screen. So that's it, family. Anything else, Chief?
That's it.
That's it. That's it, family. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. People are saying thank you, job well done. They appreciate it. It's a phenomenal bill. I see fire emojis. You're welcome, family. We love you so much. Salute to the chief. That's right. Family, you have heard from Chief Rod Hayes, also known as Chief Pontiac, and you've heard from Dr. Kia Pruitt. I trust that we've said something to raise your vibrations and inspire you to create the most amazing, magnificent life that you desire and deserve. Good night, soul family. We love you. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye. Peace. Rest well. And we'll play a little music as we go out. You can join or you can go ahead and click out. We love you, family. Good night. Good night, Chief.
See you later, Doc.
Okay.
Dr. Kia Preet, shining wisdom's light, teaching soul tribe how to see through the night. Ancient scriptures and bloodlines she knows, spreading truth wherever she goes. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day.
Family, if you're interested in joining our private membership, then please go ahead and click the link that I put in the chat for you. The private membership is very important for those of you who want to follow my financial forecast. Well, I'll do that on my main channel or as well, but in the private membership group, we give information on which currencies you should look into, and we do deep dives into what's going on geopolitically. So I put that in the chat for you, and I also put it in the description channel. Love you, family.
To a brighter, freer day. From currencies to investments divine, she's helping her tribe to realign with wisdom, ancient and new, showing what we all can do. Soul tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day.
Chief, somebody wants to know, can they Cash App you some stocks?
I have no clue how that worked, but whatever they're seeing, I guess that's what they're seeing.
Absolutely, he would appreciate that, family. I want to get to the rest of the song, but I want to say thank you again, family, for sending Cash Apps to Chief Rod Hayes at let's see, where's that? $, capital SIK, capital APE, or PayPal to SikApe, capital SIK, capital APE01. Are those coming through, Chief? Because I know sometimes we have problems with these apps.
Yeah, I can't check Cash App while I'm on the.
Oh, sorry about that. All right, family. I'm gonna get out of here. They're saying they love you, they love me. All right.
Hear a call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia lights the way to a new and brighter day.
Family, for those of you who have asked, if you want to follow Chief Rod Hayes, he is on Facebook. Got here. He is on Facebook, and his name is Rod Hayes on Facebook. This is what it looks like. I'll put this in the chat for you all. Kingdom of God is his cover. This is him. Man on Fire is his the picture you see. Thank you. Profile picture. So let me put that in the chat for you. And then where are you on Instagram?
SikApe, the SikApe on Instagram.
Okay, I'm gonna put that in the chat. They're asking me to put the links in the chat. Here it is. Here's his Facebook link. And then we'll go to Instagram right quick. Instagram. I guess y'all don't want to leave us. Instagram.com. And then I'll go to SikApe. Thank you for joining us, family. Okay, I'm at SikApe, but it's not coming up. Capital SikApe. He is on here as SikApe. I don't happen to see it right now, but I know it's there because I've seen him. So you can go to, is it SikApe anything else?
Hold on 1 second. I'll pull it up so you can show it to him.
Okay. He's going to show us his Instagram. Thank you all for sending him cash apps, family. I really appreciate it because he does a lot of studying, a lot of work, and goes around to different podcasts. And oftentimes he doesn't receive anything. Most times he doesn't receive anything. So we want to make sure we remedy that. Over here in the Soul Tribe, we take care of each other. We don't believe in anybody else taking care of our own. And I mean, our whole Soul Tribe from all over the world, we support each other. So if you...
Okay, so I sent you the Instagram to your messenger, and I sent you that Facebook post to your messenger. Both of them.
Let me see. I'm going to the messenger. Okay, I see your Instagram. Oh, the SikApe. That's what I was doing wrong. So family, if you're interested in following him on his Instagram, you post on your Instagram, Chief?
Yeah.
Okay. Here he is on Instagram, family. The SikApe, and you see the ape right there. Let me put that in the chat for you. Thank you all for staying up with us. I really appreciate it. Here we go. I love you, Soul Tribe. You really do validate me. I was told a long time ago, if you have a gift and you're sent to do something, your tribe and your community should confirm that you are indeed sent. That's what my pastor told me when I was in church years ago. And you all make me know that this is my gift. I am fulfilling my purpose and my call. Thank you so much. Without you, I wouldn't matter. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you supporting me in the work we do here. Okay, you sent me something on Facebook. It's a Facebook. Oh, should we look at this right quick? Or do you just want me to?
You can pull it up if you want to go through it.
Okay. Let's see. Well, we're going on a little longer, family. We're just going to show you this, okay? Because this is good. This is juicy. We want to know about our liberation, right, family? This is what we've been waiting on. We've been called to be here. I guess we agreed to come here to watch and assist in the liberation of humanity. So this is Judge Anna Von Reitz. I don't know what she's going to say here because I haven't seen this. Should I go to this YouTube? Go ahead.
So these pictures is from what her work, the work she was doing. It's in them pictures, and then my commentary is what's at the bottom. I think on this one. Yeah.
Okay. So I should read that.
That's up to you.
69. Should I? You say yes. 69 flips balance off, and offset flips a mirror to see behind the scenes to flip what was done in the dark into the light. The struggles have been protracted. The masses have suffered in ignorance with no light to guide through the darkness. Flip the light in the dark now shines bright enough to illuminate 1,001 Arabian night to strengthen 1,001 Arabian Nights. Flip and infantry on the move. A John Africa, Philadelphia move domestic attack by a rogue government flips a red government off a RES Lodge flip off a SCADA revealed only to the master's eye. A third eye sees all on the eagle's eye by day, flips an owl's eye by night off a Rudolph, guides, reveals a Rudolph, guides off a Rudolph. Okay, I'm not, guides, flip off a Randolph, flip to a nation, redeems off a redhead princess, flips off a Scotia line to Rodney. Can you explain that? Because I'm not understanding.
Those are codes. This is how you
Oh,
defy AI. AI can't keep up, but when you keep saying flip, flip, flip,
uh-huh.
it make AI glitch.
Oh, okay.
Right. So this is just telling us the way that this is information that Anna Von Reitz went over is showing you how I use the subconscious mind to bypass AI in order to crack the codes and then show you what she's saying right here.
Okay. I'm going to take a copy and paste this and put it in the chat. Somebody said Pandora's box linguistics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm putting that in the chat so you all can read it and decode it with the chief or read his decoded message. It is in the chat and I'll put it in the description as well. Thank you, family. Oh, let me take that out. It says switch words, opposite day. Right. Great show. Thank you. It's good to know my mission has been completed. Now it's rest time. Yes, we came here to help humanity be liberated, and we came here to witness it. Feathers up. All right, that's it. Anything else, Chief?
That's it. We can go now. I'm about to go do something. Let's go
Okay.
rustle me up the vittles.
Go ahead and get some videos. All right, family. Love you so much. Remember to support the Chief at PayPal at SikApe, capital SIK, capital APE01, or that's his PayPal, or via his Cash App, SikApe, capital $, capital SIK, capital APE. Good night, Soul Tribe. We love you so much. Good night, Chief. Love you. Bye. Thank you, family, for joining us. Rest well. Peace.